In case you already didn't know, New Mexico is one of the few states with an official question, red or green. It is also the only state with an official aroma, roasting green chili. And in just a few months, New Mexico could become the first state with an official state car. Griffin Rushton met with the Albuquerque City Councilor, who's shifting her pitch for state lawmakers into high gear.
Look, we don't need to tell you New Mexico has a unique culture all to itself, and we also don't need to tell you that car culture runs deep in the land of enchantment. So it's probably no surprise there's a push to make the Lowrider the official state car of New Mexico. And the drivers we talked to today say it's about dang time. You don't have to look very far to find a lowrider in New Mexico.
There's tens of thousands. The smallest towns in New Mexico to the biggest cities in New Mexico, where there's lowriders everywhere.
Lorenzo Otero cruises around Albuquerque in this tricked out truck. And he says lowriders are just part of life in the land of enchantment.
Most of us have been raised in this environment. We've been a part of it since birth. It's as much as the culture is red and green chili.
So when Otero and his buddies heard there's a push to make the Lowrider New Mexico's official state car,
it's about time.
Yeah?
It's been a lot of years.
Yep.
Albuquerque City Councilor Clarissa Pena is behind the wheel on this, so to speak. She added the official designation to her list of legislative priorities for state lawmakers when they return to the Roundhouse in January.
We have to look around and see what good we're doing here in the state. And when we look at what positive things are happening, our lowrider culture is really positive.
Pena owns a lowrider herself and knows the community is still overcoming some negative stereotypes.
Only a few short years back, there's this perception about lowriders in our community, right? And they're a bunch of good, hardworking people, just like the rest of us. It's just what they do in their spare time is make their cars moving pieces of art and cruise.
And Pena credits the city of Albuquerque for shifting gears in recent years.
We repealed the cruising ban. We did the APD lowrider. We started the first ever annual lowrider day at Isotope.
And she believes making the lowrider the official state car just fits with New Mexico.
You know, Espanola is considered the lowrider capital of the world. There's friendly debate about that here in Albuquerque, but we've done so much in terms of really bringing out and highlighting our culture.
And these guys will tell you, nothing says New Mexico quite like a lowrider.
Lowriding was started here in New Mexico. And so it's a big part of our culture. It's a big part of what we believe in. It's a big part of our livelihood.
Pena and other Albuquerque city leaders are making it even easier to get involved with the lowrider community with some new park and chill events. Every Sunday, the city will block off 150 parking spaces in downtown Albuquerque for lowriders and other car enthusiasts to show off their vehicles. That's happening from 4 to 8 p.m. at the parking lot at 6th and Central. And Otero is encouraging everyone to come and stop by.
And Griffin, do we know if state lawmakers are even interested in carrying a bill like this?
Well, Pena told me there's actually a few who are interested, but it seems there might be a battle over whether an Albuquerque lawmaker or an Espanola lawmaker will get to carry the bill in the Roundhouse.